Okay, so again, this is a safe space. This is a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here to talk about things that we want to talk about.
With the rustling in the back. So
This is life.
it is.
Life is a rustle.
It is. And we are all rustling plastic bags right now. And chips and whatever else.
Exactly.
Rustling through to get through.
And I notice every day I be like, I ain't gonna drink no more. I don't want to drink no more because I'm tired of waking up and being like, God, please, if you get me through this day, and drinking coconut water. But it's like you wake up, you scroll through your phone, and you like, I need a drink. You go to work, you need a drink. Everything is a drink, and that's not an excuse, but I ain't quit yet. I'm trying. It's like after the pandemic, it's like mentally you needed to refocus. You had to trust people again. Now, I think I'm gonna need a 12-step program.
Maybe, and perhaps a lot of people are going to need 12-step programs because it is something every day. But as long as you don't have to wake up and gargle with alcohol before you step out the door, because then that's a real problem.
Yeah.
Then you're okay. If you're not guzzling back a 12-pack every night and whooping your wife's ass, you're good.
Well,
you're not doing that.
I think I'm all right because at least my drinking is like on the time slot.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not at work, of course I'm looking for, like the brunch special on a drink. At the work is like I need a shot or something. But other than that, I'm maintaining and ain't trying to do no explaining.
Exactly, and that's all we can do.
Yes.
We're here for
so with
a
that
good
being
time,
said,
not a long time.
Let me take this shot right here. But for real, it's like, so we was podcasting and then it was like you try to take different avenues, but like it's cool to get back to it because there's so much stuff to talk about and give your opinion to, or just say something. Like I'm tired of hearing everything that I hear on social media, and I'm like, okay, I don't agree with that. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't agree with that. So I want to use my opportunity to say what I want to say, whether it's socially conscious, politically, relationship, whatever. Just talk about me.
Just regular life stuff.
Yeah, got some shit to say.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy that we got together and did a new episode. Or, well, not even an episode. We got together and just talked about some topics.
Yeah.
Let's say that, because when you say episodes, like people want to hold you to it. And
they do.
I don't have the energy for that. You know what I mean?
We don't. And honestly, we did like a Thanos snap because it's been some years. It's not been some months. Maybe months? I don't know. But it's been a very long time. Things have changed. Life have changed. Moving forward, doing what we do.
But what I could definitely say that I love is like I find myself going places and people looking at me and I'm like, shit, did I catch an attitude with that person in the supermarket or what? Or they just looking at me like, you do a podcast, and I'm like, yeah. Like it's dope. And I mean, with all my 3 followers, the fact that you remember me, I'm like, thank you.
Somebody remembered you in real life.
But it goes to show that you might not get everybody, but somebody's paying attention. Yeah. And why not do it?
Exactly.
So here we are.
Yes.
So again, we was talking about money and not having it and being irritated because you go out and you have to pay these 20% gratuities which is already in the check.
Correct.
But then they add that additional fee.
Right.
And this is not the time to downplay people. But I just want to touch on it because I find these in a lot of Black-owned establishments. And maybe they are other places, but I support a lot of Black-owned businesses, and it's not everywhere, but it's a lot of places. And I don't have a problem with it. I just feel like that gratuity should be tacked on where it should be properly utilized.
Well, tips are, suggestions about how much you should give and things like that. And I understand their reasoning why, because there are some people that want to tip you $1 or nothing at all. And we all know servers, can be made or break, depending on who they served and what the people are feeling like. But when that automatic gratuity is in there, the service is always subpar. And it's subpar because you don't have to work for your tips anymore because your tip is already included. And again, nothing wrong with that, but I don't want subpar service and subpar food in a subpar environment. And I'm being charged for all of that.
Right. So what gets me at the gate is you go to an establishment, you already, you checking it out because you want to know what your pockets is allotting you to do. And they be like valet parking. And you be like, okay. And then you pull up and the valet parking only seats like 10 cars, sometimes 4.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's attached to a gas station.
Correct.
Like valet parking where?
And this is very prevalent in Atlanta. It's very prevalent here. And I hate to do this and I hate to say it, but it's extremely prevalent here. And we don't need another grass wall. We don't need another lemon pepper stepper chicken with Eggo waffles. We don't need none of that.
No, first of all, so this is how I feel. The aesthetics is cute, right?
But that's all it is. It's cute aesthetics. It's
but
not
this is what I'm
good
saying.
food.
I love a good dive bar.
Sure.
Give me a bench where I'm going to sit, and if I slide, I'm going to get a splinter in my ass. It got writing on the wall that says, Kathy and Jonathan was here married in 1982.
Right.
And I could get my marker and scribble on the bathroom. I'm okay
That's
with
my
that.
kind of time.
I'm okay with Christmas tree lights on the ceiling.
That's my kind of time.
It got a little stench, not a stank stench, but like an old stench.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You could get a Pabst PBR for $3, French fries for $4.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody worrying about no gratuity. You want to tip them because you you get good service. And sometimes you don't get good service, but they ain't expecting you to do no more but come in there and get what you want.
Yes.
But then when you go into, it'll be a place called L&J Segway, and then you go in there and it's the grass wall with the neon light, with the swing hanging from the fucking ceiling, where you can take your pictures. You know what I mean? And then you go in and the server got a little short skirt, you know, she probably got the BBL going on, and not to just downplay people, but the booty be looking big and you already know what's going on. And when you get in, ain't nobody saying shit to you.
No.
Or sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes they be like, hey, how you doing? We about to seat you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they put you all the way by the kitchen. And I'm like, first of all, why would you even do that? As a black woman, why you put me by the kitchen? You know I want to be by the kitchen. You know I want to be facing the television.
Yeah.
But they going to put you where they want to put you. But then you trying to get me to valet my car by pump 9. Right. Why is you doing that?
Right. It seems like the grift that keeps on grifting, and it's, doing it to your own people, and that's kind of insane, where I would rather go and pay the $3 for a Pabst and have a shot attached with it and go.
Yeah, give me the silver and gold.
Yeah,
I'd rather have
that than to deal with this.
When I go to Paul Hendricks, I'm getting service from the door. They greet you before you hit a bell.
Right.
You know how they got the little bell attached to the door? Not saying Paul Hendricks had it, but in my mind, before you hit the bell, hey, welcome back. Yeah. I be feeling like a celebrity.
Yeah.
They got the bar eats, they got the silver and gold. You know what I mean? And they asking you, would you like extra hot sauce? Not, girl, we charge $1.25.
Right.
I be like, can I get some extra? So, girl, like you presenting it to me like you mad that y'all charge. Girl, they charge $1.25 for it. So automatically, I'm like, I don't want that shit.
Right.
And I'm looking at the girl in the eye like, I'm hoping she reading my eye like, can you just put something on there just because? Because if you got an attitude about it, why I want to pay for it?
Correct.
You know what I mean? But it's like, I'll go and get, let's say I'll go get a Long Island iced tea. And I'm talking to them, hey, how you make your Long Island iced teas? Because sometimes the last one I had a lot of Coca-Cola. And they like, you know what? How do you like it? Ask me how do you like it. Or if they confident, they like, this is how I make it. If you don't like it, I'll make you another one. Yeah. And I'm just like, thank you. They put the little the tissue down. You sit down and you have a good time. Let me go back to L&J Segway. I think that's the name that I said. And I'm like, hey, can I get a Long Island iced tea? We out of tequila.
Yeah.
It's mad tequila out there. Like, oh, so you didn't think I might want top shelf. But now you offering me the tequila that you do have. And then I'm like, do y'all put a lot of Coca-Cola? You want the drink or not? I'm like, bitch.
You are sitting up in there.
Hold up.
Drinking Stars and Stripes Coca-Cola with Pepe Le Pew tequila.
First of all, I already know that ain't Casamigo. You got El Toro in there, first of all.
Yeah.
What is you doing? And then when you order the food, it's like, if I go to, let me throw another one out there. If I go to Joystick, get me a reasonable drink, I ask for some wings, and when I tell you this, man, wings be slamming.
Absolutely.
Reasonable price, got the crunch on there.
Absolutely.
They ain't all big like elephant trunks.
Yeah.
And I'm chilling. I'm still paying 25 cents for video games where I can interact with people like, I'm gonna bust your ass on Pac-Man. But again, I go to L&J Segway and I get some chicken wings. You want to charge me $22 for 8 wings. And the reason why you feel you should charge me $22 is because you put that fucking green parsley garnish on there.
Well, that and for, making a trap atmosphere, for having hookah. Then you have the girls walking around trying to sell you hookah. And it's just an overstimulating mess. You cannot speak to nobody because the music's loud.
Yes, I'm sorry to cut you up, but go ahead. The music's loud.
You know what I mean? No, go ahead.
No, but this is what I'm saying. So you get the hookah, then you trying to get the girl attention that the hookah don't taste right. Yeah. And so you get the manager and they be like, oh, she independent and she went to the fucking store. Matter of fact, because your establishment is attached to the gas station, she went to the store to get a fucking pack of cigarettes. So now I got to wait for her to come back just to get a hookah.
Yeah.
And again, I know this is a knock, but I hope this is a knock to tell people, please do a little bit better. Like, y'all so hung up on these parsley flakes, all this green shit on chicken wings and french fries. I don't need it on my chicken wings and my french fries. They do it so much. I ordered fucking chicken and waffles, and you got green fucking sprinkles on my fucking waffles. Like, that shit don't mix with syrup.
It doesn't.
And then you want to charge me $2 for extra syrup?
Yes.
But then when I pull my syrup out my bag, you calling me ghetto. But you got valet parking by the gas station.
I don't understand the nickel and dime for everything. I really do think that every and anybody in the pandemic that somebody told them once, hey, you made great breakfast, decided, you know what? I'm finna open up an establishment. And that's why we have so many people that understand nothing about business, but they can kind of make an egg in business.
Look, I'm not mad at anybody for pursuing anything.
Absolutely not.
But be for fucking real. Be for real.
And I don't understand why it's aimed at the very people that would come to your establishment. Why do I have to feel held hostage and entrapped by secret prices and secret upcharges and, watery subpar drinks, and maybe I'm drinking the real thing and maybe I'm not? Why do I got a headache? Why do I feel dizzy when I'm leaving?
Right, and why do all the drinks gotta taste like fucking sugar dugger? Like, you took the alcohol and put gummy bears in it and curated it overnight just to give me fucking diabetes, to pay $18 for a drink that I know is $11 and $12, to charge me a $4 tip that I don't even see.
Correct.
To look at my face and ask for more later just because you came over here with a short skirt. Like, please.
Yes.
I don't want it. You go in there, you calculating your your tab, and it's $58, right? But by the time they bring it to you, the shit is $86.
Correct.
And you don't want to look broke, so you try to give them a $10 tip, and then it's like my friend looking at me, giving me the eye, and I'm like, why is she looking at me like that? Like I got something in my nose or something, and she's so scared to tell me that they already included the gratuity because she don't want to get in an argument with the bartender because they be standing there waiting to see what you gonna fucking press on the little handheld thing.
Yeah.
What happened to walking to the register?
I mean, that's at the Waffle House. And even they got their little tips and tricks because every time you go to the Waffle House, the All-Star is never the same price.
But again, look.
But I'm watching y'all cook.
I don't really want to get on a lot of black-owned businesses.
Absolutely not.
It's just that, again, I support black-owned businesses, and this is where I see this at, so that's why I got to speak on it. And I want everybody to thrive, and they are. And it's not like my critique is going to kill their business.
Right.
I just hope if it come across, stop the bullshit.
And people have the right to choose.
Yeah, and people deserve the right to make money, and servers deserve the right to be tipped.
Yeah.
But again, do a good job. Stop coming to me talking about, I'll be right back to you because I got to go over here and I got a little attitude because Her daughter said this to me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I want my service with a smile. I don't want more than I deserve. I just want everything that I'm supposed to get.
Right. Everything I'm paying for.
That's it.
Everything I'm paying for is out of control. And it's not just there. It's, if you get coffee, if you do this, if you do that, stop spinning that iPad around to me. Stop spinning it around to me. I don't want to tip nothing else.
And then they hold it up, right?
Tired. Yeah. They spin the iPad around, they hold it up, and you've done nothing for me but pour coffee in a cup for me. That's all right. Real, actual baristas, people that make coffee, really make coffee, that are crafting coffee, that are making flat whites and cortados and stuff like that, absolutely. You know what I mean? Yes, you deserve to be tipped. But people that are just pouring coffee in a cup.
Look, I want to tip everybody that provide a service. I just don't want to be cheated.
Correct.
Out of anything, and I don't want my valet parking to be
somewhere where you're going to get a nail in your tire.
Exactly. Fucking exactly. There should be no valet anything on Edgewood.
I
don't care where I park my car. Somebody going to break in.
Perhaps.
Or shit by the fucking tire.
They might.
God.
But you're going to have a time.
Crazy.
You're going to have a time on
You're
Edgewood.
going to have a good time.
You're going to have fun. But maybe after that fun, maybe you come back and your window's broken.
I probably won't even be able to talk to nobody later because everybody talking about me because I had that green garnish in my fucking teeth all night that ain't nobody talk about because I need that shit on my fucking waffles anyway.
Correct.
So that's all I had to say about that. I really wanted to touch on that.
And I'm sure, you know what? You're not the only person that feels like that. You're not the first. You won't be the last.
If I'm wrong, please forgive me. Like, when you listen to this, if you have anything to say, please give me some feedback.
And it won't, it definitely will not stop me from going into black establishments. Absolutely not. But if I'm dealing with all that, it will be my very first last time.
Yeah. And it's not even about being cheap. It's about being fair. I don't even want to keep on that. I just wanted to touch on what I feel is unfair in these establishments in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And again, I'm only speaking on places I go and where I've been. So it could be different other places, but I'm just speaking to that.
Yes. So yeah, let's try to do better.